There we go.
I'm happy that.
Oh my
worked.
god, we're
Ta-da!
here.
We're live, and
Hello.
yeah, we're gonna play
Everybody's
some
a little
Dragonlance.
spicy tonight.
Yeah, everybody's a little
Excuse
fired up tonight.
me.
All 4 hit points of them.
I
I
have
have no idea what
11.
you're talking about.
We're good to go. We're
more
good
than
to.
4.
We're good to fight.
I only have 4 hit points.
Yeah.
I'd like to comment, but I'm unconscious.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. So, so welcome for another night of Dragonlance. Our stream is sponsored by our friends over at CanadianDice.ca, the best place to buy your dice. Go to CanadianDice.ca and use your OMRD code for 10% discount on all orders. And not just Old Men Rolling dice, like any dice you buy. OMRD, they'll hook you up. Ryan and the Canadian
Nice
Dice.
radio voice.
Canadian Dice crew are over at London Comic Con today, and who is the? Look at you! You know what? You like make it rain, Artemis. You make it rain in everything you're in. You just like throw those random out there. Thank you. It's appreciated. Yeah, they're at Comic Con. Who's the guy?
Damn cat here.
I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names. Who's the guy from Walking Dead and
Kari Payton.
Kari Payton? Of all the people
And
you can
Billy
pick in
Zane
Walking
is
Dead,
like 30 feet from him. So.
is it? Yeah, he's
Larry who?
Kari
Zane.
Payton. Do you know who that
Dude.
is? I'm
From
asking
Walking
Jeff.
Dead, yeah.
What character is he in Walking Dead?
Isn't his name Moses?
No.
Have never
okay,
watched
I
an
watched
episode.
the first 2 seasons of that. Okay.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
He's the
I've
king.
watched,
Is it
like-
King? Is it King Ezekiel? Is it King
Maybe.
something? I don't even know it, and I'm giving you a hard time.
So what
However-
you're saying, Jer, is we
No.
should have gone with...
That's not the show that I like him best in. I like him best in Teen Titans Go as Cyborg. He's fantastic.
Teen Titans Go is amazing.
Teen Titans Go is amazing. Have you seen the movie Teen Titans Go?
Yes.
Oh God, the first big bad guy making fart noises. I'm
It's like
40.
it was written by
I'm
me.
almost 50 years old, and I can just enjoy that fart joke.
They never get
Well,
old.
They
That's
don't.
all
They
I
just
was
smell
going
that
camping.
way.
like, let's be real.
They don't.
That's why I
Different
enjoy
fart
going
jokes.
camping. We eat lots of beans when we go camping and crawl
Yeah.
into the fart sack.
Yeah.
Giggle ourselves to sleep every night.
The problem is when you get older, you have to tone back on volume for fear of a splatter effect.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't trust farts anymore.
No, you can't. You can't. There's a certain age where it's like you just can't release the thunder, or you're maybe releasing a river, if you know what I'm
18,
saying.
19.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
It's
you
like-
for that visual.
It's like not only
more of a
thunder,
mudslide,
it's
really.
like a hurricane. It's like a mudslide. There, that's
Mudslide.
a
yeah.
great analogy.
Oh, Lordy.
Remember when we said maturity, right? Maturity.
Yeah.
I
Anyways,
need an adult.
go buy some Canadian dice. On that note,
Use the
that note,
code
Still here.
go buy some Canadian dice. Yeah. Okay.
OMRD.
We're short copper tonight again, so it's it's sort of the the kids and monkeys running the show. It is kind of.
Once again, we're without adult supervision.
Yeah, exactly. We should actually have a sign up in the corner. no adult supervision. Last time was an interesting session in that you thought you were fighting a cleric and a wizard, and you actually fought a cleric and a dragon. How'd that go?
Yeah, we totally thought it was a wizard.
Yeah.
Bad.
Okay,
I
so
swear to
I
God.
have no idea what's going on. Thought that it was a wizard.
I had no clue.
I know. Listen,
You
Our
guys could have
characters
stopped
had
me.
no-
I know
We're the
some
assholes
people.
that let you do it.
Some people know nothing about Dragonlance here, and this is all new. But I'm going to tell you something. There are at least 2 people in this channel who knew exactly what was in that room, and let you walk into it anyways. I want to just digest that.
Instigated.
Who are those
Instigated
jerks?
us going in.
Yeah, maybe even instigated a little bit. I agree with that.
There's no maybe about that. That was definitely them.
Yeah.
Okay. That's called
So-
playing in character and not metagaming.
I really didn't
I will
want to do
give
it. It
you a
hurt me
thumbs
more than it
up.
hurt you.
I will give you a thumbs up that you did not metagame, but at the same time,
Oh, that was a dick move for sure.
okay, as long as we're
I
on
can't
board.
believe you did that.
I can't believe you guys let me do that. You guys should have stopped me.
I
Like,
can't
really.
believe you just did that to me.
Can't believe you killed Eben. You be quiet, Mr.
Oh,
Murderer.
let's talk. Can we just talk about that for a second? Because that was the coldest murder I've had in a D&D game in a little while. Like,
Just full on Sparta kick.
yeah, if you weren't here, Captain just like Rook just Rook goes for a walk with Eben, and it's sort of like, speaking of Walking Dead, it's kind of like, Eben, look at the flowers. Just look at the flowers, Eben. And then boom, Sparta kicks him over and into the depths of Pax Tarkus.
It was fucking brilliant.
On one hand, I loved it, and on the other hand, I was like, that's pretty cool. It makes me question, like, just what Rook would do. Like,
Here's my logic. Let me defend that.
okay. It's indefensible, but go ahead.
It's just defense. Everything's defensible.
Okay.
Your Honor, my client would like to point out that one, this guy was trying to divide us before we even climbed the chain.
Sure.
He did it all night, like the night before. It was very clear that there was something off with this guy
He was trying to swing Rook against his friends. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%. No one does that, right?
Yeah.
Then, unless there's a motive. Then we're up in that tunnel. Through a crack in the wall, I'm hearing them talk about, hey, we've got this guy. If all else fails, we got a guy.
Yes.
So that meant that guy was, let me put it, he was going to net us at any time. Anyone that's played, what you call it, the Secrets of Salt Marsh knows exactly what I mean when we're going to get netted.
Gonna pull a Ned.
Pull a net on us. So, he still didn't know that I knew. We're up in a cramped area where if we make a lot of noise, the bad guys are going to know that we're there.
Yeah.
Ned's there. So I figured I gotta dispose of him quick, fast, and efficiently. How to do it? Take him back to the thing and kick him over the end.
In the words of Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, cool motive.
9-9!
So,
9-9!
yeah. So that's why I did it.
Alan,
Cold, clue, and collective.
you're an old school D&D gamer.
No, I'm a professional soldier. Do
you remember in the Red Book it explains alignment? And they have a captured goblin. And the lawful character is like, we have to do justice here. The neutral character is like standing between them. And the chaotic character is like trying to kill him.
That is why I asked, did my alignment change? I knew what I was doing was right, but I knew
like
how I had to do it.
Okay.
I thought it might have changed for something like that.
Okay, murderer. It's okay.
I was prepared.
Murder.
Does that work? Cool story, still a murder?
Cool motive, still murder.
Cool story.
So
cool story.
I can
him.
justify it. I can totally justify. I justified it.
Okay.
That's how my headspace was going.
Whatever allows you to sleep at night, my friend. I don't care.
It slept like a baby. It slept like a baby.
So, the party escaped back through the secret door. Rather than going back to the chain and back down, you decided to go into a part of the fortress you had not been. Because,
It wasn't really a choice, sir. Who was going to carry Steve's big ass down the... Oh, the other strong guy who's unconscious.
Rook has a solution for a quick...
yeah, I'm sure I could get down. Yeah, that'd be great.
A quick egress
Then
from the chain.
Can land on my corpse.
You could have landed on Evan. So...
Evan break the fall.
Just one last little piece of recap.
Oh, fuck.
Grenlead is at 15 hit points. Lorana, our NPC Elven Princess, is at 5. Tika,
Lucky.
the scrappy barmaid, is at 2. Actually, do you know who has the most hit points in the party right now?
Worm?
Oh no, Grenlead has 4 more than Worm. Worm has 11.
And Gilthinus is a stain on the floor, don't forget.
Not a stain, a bit of a sooty
Pile of ash.
A sooty ash pile, yes.
So yeah,
So
we ran over it. He's now a stain.
So do we need to recap where we are? Or do you guys remember? There's all kinds of rubble and rocks hanging below the catwalk that you're on.
I know we're foobarred.
And there's all sorts of smaller chains running off the big chain now, holding these massive blocks in place. And I mean, think of Pax Tharkus as an old school gatehouse in a castle. There's a tower to the left and a tower to the right, and in between there's that big wall And that big wall essentially has all this rock and stone that if the chain were to break, it would all fall and sort of seal the gate.
That's my question. If it seals the gate, would that seal the army that's physically within inside this building in there as well?
Mm-hmm. So
Except it left.
The army left, though.
Yeah.
the majority,
Remember they marched
the
over when we were coming in?
majority of the army appears to have left because you do know you
Oh.
heard hobgoblins and stuff. There are still troops here. What it would stop though is that let's say you were to escape and take the refugees from the mines and that south, which was sort of the plan the elves had hoped you would do. It would mean any army returning to then chase you south would be on the wrong side of the wall of Pax Tharkus and couldn't open the gate.
Does anybody have acid?
I have oil, but not acid.
Because if we have acid and we can just get one link to be fucked, we're good. Wait a minute. Hang on, I gotta play in character.
Yeah. You're unconscious.
Well,
you
we would have
you
to
shut
we'd have
your
to-
mouth.
We
Why
have
don't
to
I
get,
jump up on the chain and get the dragon to breathe at the chain, and I can jump down, and the chain will melt?
because we
Now
haven't
you'll
rescued
fucking
the-
metagame. Now you'll metagame.
Well, right now we haven't.
Last
we
week
haven't,
you're like, no. No.
Yeah, let's just let all these people walk into where we know we're gonna freaking die. And this week, sure, let's do the thing.
So as we join you on the catwalk, the doors, you close the door behind you, but you can hear that Ember, he's like breaking walls and stuff trying to find you.
We need to find a place to go, like a place to hide from him.
We can't just fucking stand here. We gotta go.
Where?
Well, if we
Anywhere
keep,
but here.
You can follow the catwalk if you'd like.
yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do.
Let's go back to the throne room. They'll never suspect it.
You're unconscious. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't know that he's totally wrong, but
Rude.
What if we go down the chain, like not where we came up, but down the other one, and maybe that goes down to where the prisoners are?
That's what I'm thinking. To be honest with you, we can maybe try that, but we've got two people that need first aid badly before they can wake up, so we can get them down there.
The thing we
Well,
gotta
I think
do is
we-
find a place to hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the bad guy with the dragon's a cleric, right? So let me go talk to him. Maybe he can heal us.
I'm gonna say that's a big fat no.
What part of fuck you are you having trouble with? Stop doing that.
So at the other end of this catwalk, there's another tower.
you assume you haven't crossed it yet.
What do we see from where we are?
It's a long fucking catwalk and it's dark.
Okay.
Well, I've got night vision. I can go forward. Since I got us in this mess, I can go scout ahead to get us out.
Remember what happened last time you went ahead? Just saying.
What if
Nothing.
we...
As long as he doesn't take you for a walk by yourself, you're okay.
Well, we can send Grendelin. She's got the cloak.
Yeah, she can do the invisible thing.
Yeah, she can be our 10-foot pole for this episode.
And she is an NPC, so it's an appropriate job for her right now.
Okay.
She could take Lorana with her. The two sets of eyes are better than one.
I don't know that my hysterical girlfriend is gonna help you very much right now. She's pretty shook up.
Well,
Hey.
that's why we need to give her something to do to take her mind off of it.
Hey, Chris, they're sort
Trust
of
me.
taking. They're trying to figure out how they get themselves out of the shit they got themselves in. That's what they're trying to do. Okay, so Grenlead is going to go ahead invisible, correct?
Sure.
Yes.
With her cloak of invisibility. Okay.
Everybody else kind of bunker down right here until she gets back because
Yes.
who the fuck knows who that dragon is.
You said there were a bunch of like gears and levers here, right?
Not levers. There are chains with smaller. There's the big, massive chain, and then smaller chains hanging off it that lead down to hold the different blocks and debris that would be dropped. So if the main chain let go, all of this smaller stuff crashes down and blocks the gate. So you hear a bit of commotion going on in the tower that you're closest to. Maybe another wall gets broken down or something. And you're starting to feel uncomfortable here when Grenlead comes back and tells you that the catwalk goes down to a doorway. And beyond the door, there are stairs going both up to the top of the tower and down.
I say we go that way because the dragon's looking for us. We can't stay here, and I say we go down, take the downstairs because that's where the prisoners are.
And we ran away up, so he's hopefully going to keep looking up for us.
Yep.
Or she. I don't want to assume the gender of the dragon.
Ember's a he. You got a good look at that dragon. You were bludgeoned by
I was
something.
falling 50 feet at the time.
But you
Yeah.
were under it.
That's right. Okay, so you head across the catwalk.
I'm
Yep.
gonna go last.
Okay.
Stupid decision. And I'm just gonna magic missile the shit out of the little chains.
But that'll drop the chain down, the door down, and
Uh-huh.
we won't be able to get those people out from the basement.
Uh-huh. Look,
Take him
dude,
to the elven back
we're
door.
fucking dead. Like, there is no coming back from this.
Okay, so are you using your wand?
I have 2 magic missiles prepared, and then I'll use wand if I need to.
Okay.
But if you do that, you're gonna tell the dragon exactly where the hell we are.
Yep.
Well, then he'll chase us down those stairs and barbecue us. If we stay quiet, he might not find us. This is a really, really bad idea.
You're the one that decided we were gonna go into the throne room.
I didn't know it was a dragon. I have never read Dragonlance in
I
my
am
life.
trying to
And
fix
you
your
could have
mistake.
stopped me.
Stop arguing. Stop
Your
arguing.
mistake.
You're gonna fucking hear
Trying
us,
to fix it.
okay?
Okay, fine, I won't do that.
Thank you.
We can do it after.
I would still love you if you did it anyway, but just thinking maybe we ought not
Let's
to.
get everybody back on their feet first before we do anything else stupid.
Okay.
Yes.
Pretty sure we're doing something stupid right now.
Okay, but that's kind of how we live our lives at the moment. So
So you move across the catwalk, the entire length of the wall of Pax Tharkus, which is hundreds of feet, by the way, until you reach the far tower. Now, here's a small confession. The adventure never assumes you're going to go into this side of the fucking tower. So the maps here are very limited, and your DM doesn't have any. I looked fucking everywhere. So this is what you find when you get over there. The stairs begin to. There is some mapping, but we're just not there yet. But you open that door and you find deserted barracks throughout this tower. It's a massive tower, right? But like, whereas the other side had the throne room and the big pit and everything, this side doesn't have this. This is just a couple levels worth of barracks. But they're empty because the army has left here.
We could technically hide here
Look like
for a
we
day
could-
or two.
I was gonna say, can we barricade ourselves in here?
Well, yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna-
you can find a chamber and go like, we'll just stay here for a while.
We have a
I'm gonna
dragon
start-
knocking down walls trying to find us, though.
He's looking in the castle, not. Oh,
I'm gonna start looking for like potions or anything in like. I'm assuming they have like
Band-Aid.
foot lockers.
Yeah.
Some twine and a rag, something.
The entire army has mobilized, and the footlockers are empty. They're actually opened, almost like they had a check,
and it's
an inspection come through, make sure all your gear's up and out, and yeah. But you can definitely tell that the barracks were holding hobgoblins and draconians, because maybe not the most cleanly of creatures.
Gross.
But everything appears to be cleaned out.
That's unfortunate.
Steve is getting heavy.
How How long did it take Grenly to walk over here and then walk back to us?
I don't know, a couple minutes maybe, because like it's a couple 100 feet from one side of the wall to the other. So
Okay, in that time, the noise that the dragon was making, knocking down walls, trying to find us,
yeah,
did it come towards us or go away from us?
it was difficult to discern.
I say we go down.
Yeah. We'll take the heavy people down with like our 2 unconscious friends down with us.
Down the stairs?
We could
Yeah.
put Steve on his shield, and he could toboggan down the
Yes.
stairs quietly.
Yes, we could do that.
Yeah, like dropping a piano.
Yeah, super quiet.
But
I'm
he
going to
get to
vote
hit the
against
Steve
it.
button.
Steve does shit
Unconscious
while unconscious.
Even
Button.
in death, he is the Steve.
You're
He's
not
Steving
dead.
again. He just smell like it. I'll piggyback him down the stairs. That's fine.
We're just Weekend of Bernieing you right now.
Okay.
For sure.
So you continue down the stairs, and they are like coming down to a landing, turning and going down again, and then you find a level of barracks, and then they come down, and you go down about 2 levels. When below you can hear the sounds of draconians and hobgoblins.
Are they coming up the stairs or
No,
are they...
they are not coming up the stairs. You can also smell food.
It's their mess hall?
Does that wake Steve up?
No, it does not. Steve and Grinnick are both out cold.
Well,
Have we heard the dragon? Is the dragon still up smashing around?
Since you've crossed into the east tower and descended the steps, you have not heard Ember.
Maybe we should go back upstairs and hide in the barracks until our friends at least come out of unconsciousness, so we're not carrying them around. Because if we get into a fight right now, we're toast.
That's going to be 8 days for Steve, though.
Is it 8 days? How
1
many
HP per day.
How many days for Grennick?
3.
Oh shit!
We can house rule that, like, if you can find a significant place where he can rest for a full day, like we've been saying, like it's 1 on the road, 3 in an inn type thing.
Now, if we take him upstairs to barracks, we can at least get him up, and then he can start healing people.
That's true. We can take a day
Yeah.
in the. There's lots of beds in the
army's
barracks.
already gone at this
And
point.
as long as we stay upstairs and be quiet, maybe the smell of the food and of all the draconians will mask our smell, so the dragon doesn't know that we're here.
We just got to barricade the door for
Yep.
if there's draconians exploring.
Yep.
That may be the best bet.
Yeah. And we can deal with 1 or 2 draconians if they come up looking for us.
Or we could attack.
Yeah, we could do that.
Enough with the craziness, okay?
I
just
can't
watched my
attack,
girlfriend's
even.
brother die. So let's not.
Okay. So the
At least you won't get a shovel talk.
the party finds a level in the barracks. They find a room with a large number of bunks, etc. in it. They move into that. They get Grennick and Steve lied out, armor off, so that they can rest appropriately. And you said you're barricading the door. What does barricading the door? What are we doing with?
We'll move a couple of the bunk beds up against the door, so if someone tries to get in, they got to push those bunk beds away. So that should help barricade it.
Okay.
Put Steve.
And we put Steve
one
in the
of
bunk bed.
beds.
Yeah. And everybody's armor.
Because
And then we'll set up. We'll lock. If there's any windows, we'll make sure that they're shut. And I just suggest that we just.
There's no windows. The walls of Pax
Perfect.
Starkus are thick and
Perfect.
chunky.
Barricade
There's
up.
no method of egress. We're going to die in here.
Yeah. We're damned if we do, damned if we don't. We're like,
Yeah, you've backed yourself into a corner now. You lock the door down.
Yeah, then we just take turns on watch.
Because that'll help.
I don't think technically I can take a turn because I'm at 0. So
Yeah.
I'm still conscious, but I can't attack or anything. So I need to.
You need to
I
rest.
guess I could
You-
take. I can get the 1 HP if I take a watch, right? Or I can get 3 if I.
You
Don't
need,
take a
you
watch?
need, you,
Sleep.
just lay down and sleep, and I'll
Just
do the
sleep.
watch.
There's
We'll
enough
do the
of us to
watch.
keep watch.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
That's
Also,
against my better judgment. But
My giant carcass is in front of the door, so
No, we're not putting a giant carcass in front of the door. Just put a
Yes,
couple
we
of
are.
bunk beds. Lay the
You
bunk
should,
beds
dude.
down and put 2 of them
I'm
in front
heavy.
there. There was no way they'll be able to push through that.
So listen, Ember and Verminard has what forces they that remain here searching the fortress for you. I am going
Yeah.
to give you a 25% chance of going unnoticed through the night. Now I'm going to roll it in the open to be fair. So 1 to 25 for like the gods shine on you, and
that's fair.
no one investigates this part of the barracks. But 26 or higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just heard us. Come on.
We're
26
dead.
or higher, we just die. It's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Just play something else.
Shortest stream game ever.
Here we go. I'm going to do it in the open so we can all see it.
Before we do that, shouldn't we role play Worm and Worm
Too
and
late.
Nope.
and Benedict?
Too late.
Nope. We have no time for feels. Only death.
So
No, you guys fucking have to talk about that.
that was
Yes, you do.
Only death.
that was
Are we
98.
dead?
I rolled a 98. I rolled a 98.
Oh,
So
we're fucked.
Oh yeah, we're
as
screwed.
everyone is sort of nobody's sleeping except the wounded. So we have Benedict out cold at the moment, and Steve out cold, and Grenick out cold, and we have the rest of you and the NPCs. When you start to hear doors in the hallway being opened and footsteps on the stone floors.
Does it sound like a lot of footsteps?
Thanks for the follow, Alex. Welcome. Does it sound like a lot of footsteps? Yes.
I mean, you guys want to go out in a blaze of glory or what? Because at this
No,
point, I don't
let's
know what else to
no.
do.
Here's what we're gonna do. Put the bunk beds back the way they were. Grab everyone. We'll go back out to that board.
Yeah.
The catwalk.
They're probably between you and the catwalk.
Oh shit.
He rolled a 98, dude.
Yeah.
We're toast.
At this point, I don't know what else to do. Unless we, like, put everything back where it belongs and hide under the fucking beds and pray to whatever gods have decided to show up. I don't know what
All of
else to
you-
do.
You know
mercenaries
what?
found some prisoners.
All of you guys hide under the bed. I got an idea.
Mercenaries found some prisoners.
We're not
do
murdering.
we
Out
have
of the
any
search. You're
so-
taking us down.
Grenlead puts her hood on and turns invisible.
Put everybody under.
Yep.
All of you guys hide under the beds. Okay. Because I'm gonna run out and have them chase me.
Stop.
I've got 8
Stop.
hit points.
Stop.
I-
Stop.
But
Listen,
if they
I'm-
chase
just
me,
stop.
they'll
Stop.
okay.
Stop.
I'm listening.
I'm unconscious, but this is what I'm telling you in my brain.
Okay.
Grenlead's invisible. We have a wizard that can make people invisible. The rest of us get
Not
found
right
and
now, I
taken to where
can't.
the prisoners are. We want to go get the prisoners. They're going to take us to the prisoners. The invisible people can follow and let us all out.
I
You're
cannot
brilliant.
turn anyone invisible right now.
Well, so we have
Okay, well,
Grenlead
the
can save the
one.
day. The one.
Yes. The adult.
The
Yes.
adult
And
will
leave
save us.
all of our weapons.
Mama
We're gonna
G
take
can
all
help
our
us out.
shit.
Well,
No,
no,
none
we're
of us
good.
can use them right now anyway.
Yeah, worry about that later.
So
That's a good idea.
Benedict sort of half unconscious because you can still operate as a knight at 0 hit points. So
I hear this crazy talk from Brooke, and I just can't stay resting.
yeah, so you're gonna have to surrender.
Yeah.
And Grenlead is invisible. She's gonna have to come let us out.
She can look where they store our gear. She can see where all the prisoners are. She can let the other prisoners out and potentially arm them first, and then they can all rescue us. However it works. Either that
Sure.
or we fight and we
We're
die
running out
here.
of time, so
Okay.
Yeah, that's our best bet.
So you
I'm
come
going to sleep now.
You come to this conclusion as the door creaks open, and a group of hobgoblins in the hallway look in and see you.
How many are there?
There's about a dozen in the hall.
Okay.
So they
put their hands up. All right, you got us.
they quickly come in, and one of them yells down the hall, "We've got them here!" And
Put our hands up.
shouts back are heard, and it's not long before the room is relatively filled with close to 24 hobgoblins. So
We got our hands up.
they come over and start taking weapons away,
Is that what's happening?
one by
I-
one.
Can I
Don't-
prison pocket my wand?
Whoa!
Oh!
Yikes!
Oh!
That's a pretty
I
long
just
wand. That is a pretty long wand.
Yep.
You
I'll
can't
take it.
prison pocket that. Oh!
Are you
Oh,
really?
no.
Are you
I've
really
seen some
asking
shit.
me? Are you really asking me to do this with
I
your
have
wand?
seen some shit on the internet. I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah, you have. Has
Oh!
has poor little Worm seen this shit?
What's
And
the internet?
I'm just asking. You can say no.
For a friend, right?
For a friend.
Your friend. Oh.
okay,
We're so glad you're not here.
Steve's got a really nice sword.
Oh.
Maybe we should hide Steve's sword.
Yeah, well,
Honestly,
We should
Wouldn't it-
sheath it.
Oh.
Wouldn't
Oh.
it
We
make
shoulda
more
get-
sense to
the sword should
prison
go to-
pocket it in Steve?
sorry.
You should prison pocket it in Steve. He's not going to complain. He's way taller than you. It's less likely to rupture anything.
Oh.
Yeah, but that
How
Sounds like we have a new
okay,
king.
everybody
because he's
just stop for a minute.
unconscious.
How big is this one?
You want dimensions?
No!
I want to know
Yes.
how long
I
this thing
don't
is.
know. Let's say the
I want
wand.
length and diameter.
The wand has to be at least 12 to 16 inches.
Okay, so I take it and I shove it underneath my boobs.
Oh, like we just
Well,
had
where are you
this
gonna put
discussion
Steve's
before
sword?
We went
Like we
live.
just like we literally just talked about. Because believe me, you can hide stuff.
Can
in
we
it.
clarify that for the listener that doesn't like just? Okay, never mind. Let's just keep going.
No, we should give the we
Okay,
the sword
so
because
Kira,
you know it's so important. We should give that to Grendelide.
Yes,
Now
What do you-
that makes sense.
What are you giving to Grenlead?
The
the
sword.
sword.
Okay.
Steve's sword.
And my sword.
So before
carry
the
all the
hobgoblins
swords.
came in, Grenlead's getting what is Grenlead being given? She's being given the sword of Kith Cannon.
Yep.
My armor, my sword, my shield.
No,
The sword for sure.
anything
I'll
else?
Take the wand.
You're putting the wand into your
Oh, yeah,
ample.
1000%. Into my ample bosom.
Well, we now know what Kira's stacked. That's what you're telling us.
Worm is
Nope.
not. She's
Worm is
been
not?
taping for too long.
Okay, wand in cleavage. Well, it's not really cleavage. It's like under.
I've
boob.
never heard of this
Underboob.
in my entire life. I'm so glad I'm learning things at playing D&D.
Now you just gotta stay calm so you don't get sweaty. Okay.
If it gets sweaty, it gets stickier. Don't worry.
Well,
Yeah,
at that point,
it's a pencil test.
the hobgoblins start to drag you out into the hallways. Kira and Worm are separated from the group, and as is Lorana.
but I'm a dude.
And well, yeah,
Yeah.
a little dude though, a little dude.
Hello, dude.
So
a dude.
you're still separated, little dude.
Okay.
And then half a dozen Draconians arrive. They push through everyone and seek out one dwarf with said holy symbol around his neck. They begin to search his gear and immediately gasp when they find the platinum discs.
oh shit! I forgot about those.
Forgot.
Yeah, I forgot
Oh.
he had them.
I fuck.
So You
Well
watch
done, Jer.
as
That-
you
We suck.
you
That was awesome.
you watch as the Draconians very excitedly drag Grinnick away with his stuff. Male characters are stripped down out of their armor and bound. Our female characters and Worm, who they believe to be a young boy, are taken with one group of hobgoblins, and the rest of the characters, the rest of the guys are taken with another set of hobgoblins. So we have 3 groups of people now. I've done this to myself.
I was gonna say, you've done it to yourself this time.
Yes, yes. So, you are marched down into the bottom of this tower, the eastern tower, and you are led through a chamber, and one...
Excuse me.
Sorry.
We have one problem.
Okay.
Who's the invisible girl gonna follow other than her brother?
Yeah, probably your brother.
Yeah, so we don't have help on our.
We're-
Just want to make that clear.
We're gonna probably group run Grunlead, so that I don't have to make all the choices on that. Because there may be some hard choices.
Well, brother.
Okay, so listen. We're gonna first of all go with the knight, the ranger, the fighter. You 3. You're marched down through this eastern tower, and they pull you through a room. And when you enter the room, you are astonished to see the plains people from Kukiri and Kushu, but specifically women and young. So just one moment, and I'll just read you this chamber as we move through it. So you're with about a dozen hobgoblins and one draconian sort of leading the way. A cavernous chamber stretches off into the darkness, but the number of people crowded into it makes the room seem small. Sitting, standing, or lying down, several hundred women turn their attention listlessly towards the door. Those nearby leap to their feet in surprise, and for a moment a bit of excitement spreads through the room. Then, seeing the hobgoblins and draconians escorting you, that excitement dissipates. There are close to 300 women being kept in this chamber. They walk you through. Most of them, by the way, most of them elderly, or young, not really capable in the minds of the army here
Non-combatants.
to be able to work at the mine. So you're walked through this chamber and out a set of doors, and once you breach these doors and go out into the back, there is a massive flat staging area that is empty now, and this is behind the Great Wall of Pax Tharkus. Okay. You are taken across this marshalling area and up a little bit into the mountain pass until you're brought finally to a large cave. Inside the cave, there are several small fires, and it reeks of sort of body odor and, waste. There are many men, boys, and women that are capable of working the mines, and they are kept in this massive cave, which you are sort of pushed into, and the gates close behind.
I am thrown down ceremoniously like a sack.
Yes. Yeah. So, with that, you're left there, and men and boys and the women that have been chosen to be here sort of rush over to find you and to see what news you might carry. Let's jump across to Kira, Lorana, and Worm.
With us too,
Antika?
right?
Oh, Antika. So you are brought back over into the other tower, and Grinnick is being dragged along not too far from you. However, you are then marched downstairs into the sort of the depths of that tower, except for Worm and Grinnick. Worm. Three hobgoblins walk with you, and you come to a door, which it's quite large actually, and they open it, and you for a moment are taken back a little bit just by the sight in here. There is a massive chamber. The arch tunnel enters another room even larger than a playroom that you were just sort of brought through. No windows shed light into this area, but a soft wheezing noise gives evidence of another presence here. Soon, the hobgoblin's torchlight falls upon the monstrous red tail, then massive crimson flanks that rise and fall with a slow, rhythmic breathing. Now the great head appears, eyes closed and a forked tongue extending from wicked jaws and nostrils flaring even so slightly with the slow breaths. This is an ancient red dragon as big as Ember. But this dragon looks old and scarred and a little beaten up. And one of the hobgoblins says as they pass, "Got another one for you, Flame Strike." And with that, Flame Strike opens her eyes and looks at Worm, then leans down and sniffs and says, "Oh, you've brought me another girl. She'll do wonderful with the others. And she's older, too." And you can see that her one eye is all milky, and you're not even sure she can see out of it. And she says, "What's your name, little one?"
Dragon?
"Yes, I'm a dragon."
Worm?
"Worm? Didn't your mother like you?"
Yeah.
"No matter, Worm. You're safe with me here." And she then snarls at the hobgoblins, and they're like, "Okay, Flame Strike, okay." And they walk away, and she calls to a door on the other side of the room, and she says, "Bridget? Bridget, dear?" And the door creaks open, and a girl approximately Worm's age comes out, and she has a little boy on her hip. He might be 3. "Bridget, this is Worm. She's come to join us." And Bridget comes over and says, she looks at you and, "Hi."
Hi.
"You don't need to be worried. Flame Strike's, she's wonderful. She wouldn't let anything happen to us."
Okay.
And the dragon kind of grins and creaks, and bones pop and crack as she moves a bit.
What am I doing here?
You start to see more and more heads poking out of the door across the room. "Verminard keeps us here. And as she says that, Flamestrike is like, let's not say his name. You are one of our children now, and you are safe here, Worm.
Okay, well, why does he who should not be named keep us here?
Verminard needs the men and the women to cooperate.
Okay.
So he keeps the children here so that they know that they are safe under my protection, Flamestrike says.
And are we actually safe under your protection?
Of course. All my children, well, and you can see she pauses for a moment, and she's like, they were once all safe, and her voice starts to crack and shake a bit, and at which point Bridget, like, comes over and almost, like, she puts the little boy down and just almost, like, hugs Flamestrike's massive foot. And she says,
Okay.
it's okay, Flamestrike. We're all here and we're all safe. And Bridget looks at you and sort of motions you towards the door with her head.
Okay. I feel very odd, but I go. I go through the door because I don't know what else to do.
Okay, beyond the door, you find another large chamber. The room bustles with several hundred children, ranging in age from infants to approximately 12, 13 years old. Bridget looks a little older, but they all look frightened, and they all sort of have questioning stares on their faces as you come in.
Okay.
A little boy comes over to you. He's like, I'm Peter. What's your name?
My name's Worm. Hi, Peter. I have so many questions, I think I better wait for Bridget to get back.
Okay, it's a few moments and you can hear Flamestrike. She's like, no, they all died. They all died. I couldn't stop them. And you just hear Bridget, like, almost mantra, like, no, we're all safe here. We're all safe, Flamestrike. It's okay. It's okay. We're all safe here. She repeats that a number of times to her, and then eventually comes into the chamber with you as you hear Flamestrike sort of settle back down, and then that heavy rhythmic breathing begins again.
Okay.
Bridget
look at Bridget.
Bridget comes in and closes the door.
First of all, what the actual fuck?
She says, Flamestrike, I don't know what happened to her, but I think she lost her children at some point.
Okay, and we're replacing them?
Yes. The hobgoblins don't touch us. The draconians leave us alone, because no one will anger Flamestrike. At which point Peter's like, yeah, and they better not hurt our dragon. She's our dragon now. She told me so.
Okay, you little cultist. That's good. Good stuff. And I look at Bridget, grab her hand, and be like, okay, again, what the actual fuck is happening here?
She explains to you that basically that all the children that were taken from Solus and from Gateway and Haven that are here, and the children of the Plains people, that, you know, as you look around, you can see there's lots of people from lots of different places, and she says they keep us here so that our parents will continue to work the mines.
Okay. I understand the methodology.
Someone once overheard Verminard say something about, you know, if they didn't work, then he would hurt us. And Peter's like, he couldn't. Flame Strike wouldn't let him.
Okay. Okay. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I'm really not good at this, but we're all gonna fucking die.
There's like just shocked faces everywhere. Maybe a few start to cry, and they're like, no, 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 no. Bridget's like, no, what
No,
have
no,
you
no,
done?
no.
We're not gonna die. We're not gonna
Yes.
die.
Yes, we are, unless we get the hell out of here.
No, Flame Strike won't let anyone hurt us.
Trust me, Flame Strike is a napping granny. If Ember and Voldemort want to hurt us, they're gonna hurt us.
Who's Ember?
We're not getting out of here.
Peter's like, who's Ember?
The other dragon living here.
We have 2 dragons?
No, we don't have any dragons. The dragons are not ours.
Yes, yes. Flame
No,
Strike
you
is
little
ours.
cultist, you little freak. No.
Okay. So as you begin to lay down the law to them, we're gonna fade to the we're gonna fade to Kira and Lorana and
Worst
Tika.
babysitter ever.
Dude, I
Okay,
couldn't take
but-
care of Benedict. Like, are you surprised?
Yeah, I was gonna say she learned from Benedict. This should not be a surprise.
So
Yeah.
takes the 3 of you down into the cellars of the tower, and throws the 3 of you into a room, and the door is locked behind you. You are not alone here, Kira. You look around, and there are close to 30, maybe 40 women here, lying about. As you're tossed in, and the door is locked behind you, you're approached, and one of the women moves forward and introduces herself as Marita. She says, "Where are you from, dear?"
Solus,
And then
for
they
the most part.
notice Lorana. They notice your ears, maybe a little bit, your elven features. Elves.
For what it's worth, yes.
And another woman steps forward and goes, "They took the elven wood?"
Not yet. That's why we're here. There was several of us that came here to try and get one of the armies to turn around.
One of the armies?
Things are going very well at the moment. And I point to Lorana, who I'm assuming is like basically catatonic at the moment, and just like, this is Princess Lorana. She's come to help as well.
Princess Lorana of Qualinost?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a large gasp that sort of rolls through the room. At which point they sort of Marita motions for you to follow, and she starts moving through the masses of women until you get to the back of the room, farthest away from the door. And there's an old man. Old is maybe a strong word. There's a man just past his middle ages. So he's maybe, late 50s, early 60s. And he's lying on a bit of a straw bed. And he has a horrible cough, and you can see rags with like blood. And they say, this is Elliston, the leader of the Seekers in Haven. And he says, he coughs a bit and wipes his mouth. He says, a little worse for wear, I'm afraid, Princess Lorana. And Lorana just looks at him and doesn't really say anything. Still clearly in, a bit of shock.
You'll have to forgive her. Guiltiness did not make it.
They seem a little unsure, and Tika's like, the prince, her brother, died to that wretched worm upstairs, the fire breather. Everyone seems very taken back by that. And then one woman goes, "Wait, you didn't attack the old one, Flamestrike, the one they call Flamestrike. You didn't attack Flamestrike, did you?"
No, Ember. And then I turn around and show them my back, which is covered in burns.
Yes, and probably your hair would smell a little bit. Yeah.
Do I still have hair?
I think you probably have a little bit of hair. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I showed them my back. I got this protecting a friend.
There's a bit of a sigh of relief. They're like, they have a dragon guarding our children. And she is very kind. We feared maybe perhaps you had fought that dragon, and, well, we would hate to see any of the children harm come to them, of course.
It was not her, it was someone named Ember.
That's the dragon. That's the dragon the High Lord rides.
So I've seen.
If you've survived Ember, then the three of you are stronger than maybe this entire room put together.
I don't know about that. I've seen plenty of times where ordinary people have come together to do amazing things.
Well, I think we're stuck here for the time being.
So, do they take you out of this room, or are you always here?
Marita says, every morning, a small group of us are allowed to leave with the gully dwarves, and we go up to take the children out for some playtime.
But you are never taken to the mines.
And you can see people's eyes tearing up, and Marita's like, we have not seen our sons or our husbands or our brothers in quite some time.
Okay. And every day they take some of you.
10 of us each day. We rotate. This is not the only room. There are more women in other chambers down the hall, and there's another chamber filled with gully dwarves. Filthy little shits.
How many gully dwarves come to get you at a time?
Half a dozen. Always telling us to mind the line.
They do that.
Blasted lines.
Okay. So, last I looked, it was the middle of the night. So they'll come in the morning then. Yes?
Elliston says, like clockwork, the children are taken outside for a few hours of playtime, and then they're brought back in, and the women are returned here.
Okay. Everybody just listen. I understand that you guys have been here, that they took your children, but we are here to help. We need to get out of this room. I need to get to my brother.
Where is your brother?
I'm assuming with the rest of the men. But we have a cleric with us. You know how Verminard is.
After a long rest,
We're all full health. Okay.
Ah! I'm back.
we have our
And
gear
we
back.
leveled. And we
And we
leveled.
leveled
And
3
Hey, you
times.
leveled?
And
Did
we
all
leveled.
that all that happened in my absence? Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Thank you. Thank you so much for your
we healed.
Fully
And
healed.
leveled.
Your,
We also found like a shit ton of gear that's
oh,
for
okay.
dragon
Okay, I get
killing.
it. I get it. I get it. Okay.
Even
I've
better than ours.
mounted an entire child rebellion.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like Peter Pan.
It's now the
Yes.
cult of worm with an O instead of a Y.
Oh, okay. 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 I
Yeah.
get it. I get it now. I
Yeah.
see it. I see that.
Oh my
I
God,
see
we're
that in
gonna
my
find
notes.
You guys, and it's gonna be like Lord of the Flies. It just like fucking
Survival of the
pain.
fittest. Only the strong may survive.
Okay.
Just the
So
weakest person.
so
Are we-
they
are
asked
we
you where
back
your
now?
brother was. To where do you say your brother is?
I believe he's with the rest of the men, but I have other news as well. You know how Verminard is a cleric of some kind? We
Yes.
have one as well. He's here.
You have a dark cleric that travels with you?
He's not a dark cleric.
Elliston appears intrigued by that. They say, can he heal?
He can.
Could he heal Elliston?
What exactly is wrong with Elston?
They look over at him and they go, we they whisper under their breath, like we've seen this sort of thing before, and they imply, they don't call it cancer, but you would think that perhaps
I was thinking consumption, so
you would think that Elliston probably has a lung cancer or something like that.
I don't know if he can fix something like that, but we could find out.
Okay.
But if we can get out and get to them, the sheer number of people that are here, we stand a very good chance. The army is gone.
But the dragon,
But
Ember's still here. Verminard is still here.
yes. But I'm not good at motivational speeches, but we're going to try this. All right. So I came here with a group of people trying to fight against this. It is time for everybody to stand together as one people. We need to get out of here and get to the men and fight back. If we cause enough of a ruckus, the army will turn around and come back. And maybe we can get lucky and we can drop the chain or the wall or whatever the hell that thing is. We can drop it and trap them or something. But we have to try.
Everyone in the room looks a little confused. You have a feeling that they don't realize that there's the chain and the blocking mechanism, but they do. They all seem hopeful that you're right, that that the army has indeed left.
Yes. And look, I'm nobody. I'm literally nobody. But we have to try. I have been traveling with these people for a while now, and they suffer from life-threatening idiocy, but at least we're trying.
Tika comes forward and puts her arm around you. She says, Kira's not no one. And she's right. If we stick together, maybe we can pull this off.
First thing to do would be to take the guards out that come to get you in the morning. Get gear, weapons, whatever we have to do from them.
It'll be the gully dwarves that come.
That's fine. We just need to get weapons of some kind, something, anything, so that we have some kind of chance. overwhelm them with numbers. There's plenty of us in here. If there's only 10 of them, there's plenty of us in here. And I don't know if you've noticed, but gully dwarves are not exactly the smartest group of people that I've ever met. So
They smile at that. Marita says you'll need appropriate clothes. I think we've got some leftover cloth, and they go about making you sort of pullovers that will make you look, like you're one of them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go out to the mines very quickly, and then we're going to jump to Greenock. So out at the mines, the men and boys and any woman that's strong enough to swing what they feel is strong enough to swing a pickaxe sort of crowd round, and one of them comes forward. Looks like a plainsman. He has very very dark brown hair and very tall, and says, where did they bring you from?
They didn't bring us. We volunteered, unfortunately. And I start laughing. We
volunteered.
We're here to rescue you.
A sort of a light chuckle goes through.
Yeah.
And they're like, great. A rescue party. From where? I suppose next you'll tell us you're from Qualinesti or something.
Funny you should say that.
Funny you should mention that.
Yeah. This is all part of our clever plan.
Well, they look the two of you over, and then at your fallen comrade there at your feet. He doesn't look so well.
Well, what can I tell you? We tried, and who knew there was a dragon here?
Yeah, we fought a wizard that turned into a dragon.
Yeah.
Who knew?
There's more than one dragon here.
Yeah.
What?
Ember.
At one point, there was close to half a dozen dragons here.
What?
Oh, we already killed 2. Glad that
we saw them. We saw some of them leave when the army left.
What color were they?
We think all of them red.
We've killed a black one, and we've killed a red one.
A laugh goes through.
And I laugh with them. Yeah, that's pretty good.
They say they killed a dragon. They say they killed 2 dragons.
A black one and a red one.
This one here, lying on his ass. This one killed a dragon. I mean, he's big. But look at him.
Matter of fact, he got the red one.
Yeah, he fell on it.
So with that, they all kind of laugh. They go, well, listen, warm yourselves by the fire. Get maybe something to eat if the gully dwarves brought us enough for extras, and get ready to put in a day of work tomorrow. Rescuers.
Just be ready for our signal.
Yep.
Is that what you say?
Yep.
Again, there's a chuckle. His signal. What are you gonna do?
You see me put up my arms like this and wave them around?
Like you just don't care?
Yeah.
Put my hands in the air. So the three of you, like, Steve is lied out. You're by a fire. The 2 of you are sitting there. When a young boy comes over, he's maybe 17, 18. Did you really kill a dragon?
2 of them. A black one and a red one. And unfortunately, we found out that what we thought was a wizard was another red dragon called Ember.
Oh, we know Ember.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't until it was too late.
We almost had him. Then he breathed.
Yeah.
There was a group of warriors and elves and Solus.
Yeah, well,
They put them on stakes, and Ember burnt them alive.
really? Oh no.
Yeah, we saw the after effects of that.
Yeah.
My father says those mustaches mean you're a knight. Is that true?
It is.
Why don't the knights come and save us?
Unfortunately, the knights have their own problems right now.
I kind of point, but he's here, and that's all you need is one night. Because one night brings hope, and with hope, we can't fail. And with all of you working together, we have a chance to save ourselves.
He can barely stand up.
But he's a symbol, and a symbol is much better than an
Batman.
army. No, I didn't say he's Batman.
Rest, I'll be fine.
He's a symbol of hope. He's here. You recognized him, didn't you? And how did that make you feel when you realized there was a Knight of Slernus here? How did that make you first feel?
He's
feeling when you first there was that amber of hope.
He stands up and he looks at Rook and he says, "If they can capture the knights."
No.
I'm exactly where I want to be, son.
We're going to get you out of here. Trust
We just
us.
need to find the rest of our party. We've been separated.
He sort of waves you off, and you can just there is no glimmer of hope or
Millennials.
fight in this kid. Millennials, and he walks very slowly away from you. Grinnick, Grinnick, my boy. You see a distant light, and it gets closer and closer until you take a big deep breath in, and you're lying on the floor, and a man with a massive dragon horned helm stands up as Verminard has given you 8 hit points.
Oh.
And he holds in his hand the platinum discs.
Aye, lad, those are not yours.
Oh, they are now. And he walks away from you and goes and sits on a throne, and a massive red dragon sort of curls around the throne, its head looking at you. And we're going to say that Grenlead is in the throne room with you, invisible. She's at the back. She's slipped through the back door. There are some Draconians here as well. You've chosen Reorx. If I had the task you had at hand, I probably would have chosen Paladine. But it really doesn't matter.
What do you want?
Who else has seen these discs?
Well, I know, but you gotta give me some more before I tell you anything else.
I hardly think, and he looks over at Ember, I hardly think you are in any state to bargain, dwarf.
Information doesn't come from dead men.
What do they call you?
My name is Grinnick. Grinnick Sparkhammer.
And I am Verminard, Dragon Lord of the Red Armies, and cleric to the Dark Lady, Takesis. So, ask your questions, and then we'll get on with mine.
A group of my friends. You know who they are. Where are they?
Yes. Well, my understanding is that some have been taken to the mines and the others to the cellars. Either way, they're all going to be put to work, and you need not worry about them. I need the ore from the mines, and the only way I keep the miners in line is by keeping their women and children safe.
What
I'm
do you
not
need ore for?
I'm certainly not heartless, Grinnick. What do I need ore for? There's a war, my boy, a war! Armor, shields, weapons, that sort of thing. It won't be long until the dragon armies of Takesis touch every shore of this continent, and then beyond to other continents.
Well, I don't say nothing without my friends, so piss off.
Look, Grinnick, I don't want to kill you. I really don't. I mean, you and I are a very different thing now, aren't we, friend?
Yeah, because what we have is not for power, but to help people, and you are not helping anybody.
Oh, I'm
We are
helping
none the
people.
same.
I am helping people. I'm bringing them
Say that to me.
order. I'm getting rid of those despicable elves that have looked down their noses at them for so long.
My friends are elves. You watch your tongue.
Really?
You heard me.
I thought after the dwarves and elves built this monstrosity of a fortress, they did nothing but squabble.
For a time, but things have changed.
I kind of like this. Ember, doesn't he speak well? And Ember doesn't say a word. Did
Like
you
I
see?
said.
Did you see your friend? Your elven prince? I have him in a bag here, if you'd like. And he tosses a bag that sort of hits the ground and it sort of sags on the edges, almost like it's full of sand or ash.
Doesn't seem like you helped him out, lad.
Oh. I think I have his sister here in the dungeon, don't I?
I think you know what the answer is.
I think the capital of Quolinost will quickly surrender, knowing that I have their princess.
Maybe, maybe not. But the answers don't come from me until my friends are with me.
I don't think I can do that, Grinnick. I think that would be a poor choice. Tell me, just humor me. Where did you find the dragon-slaying sword? And Ember looks very intent. It left quite a mark on Ember. No words?
I told you my terms, lad.
He stands up and sort of looks again at the discs in his hand. They won't burn, you know. We've already tried. They won't melt. But they would need someone, wouldn't they, Grinnick, to teach them. And I think you're the only one capable of doing that. So, I know you want your friends. I mean, who wouldn't? You're terrified, I'm sure. But if I end you, and I bury these discs away, then who am I to fear?
My friends still have hope, lad. You need to fear that more than anything else.
I think you're their hope, Grinnick. I think these entire lands rely on you for their hope, and these discs. If I understand correctly, with these discs you could probably teach someone else to be someone much like yourself, a man of faith, a man or woman who follows the old gods, the old ways. All I need to do is dispose of you in these discs, correct? And I snuff out that hope.
No, lad, that hope lives in their hearts. There's already songs being sung about their heroic acts. It has nothing to do with me.
He looks to Ember and he says, I think we're done with him then, correct? At which point Ember starts to move out from behind the throne. He's like, in Solus, Ember incinerated an entire unit of the Qualinesti Rangers and Elves. Imagine what he can do if he focuses all that down on you. I'm not even sure there'll be a bag like that, Grinnick. And he kicks the bag that was once Gilthanus.
You will lose.
Would we like Grenlead to step in at any point, crew? As we are sort of group controlling her, as she could not be here tonight.
If she can quietly get to like a sneak attack type position on that dragon, or better yet, on Verminard.
Or behead the dragon. That'd be great.
Yeah, because she does have the sword with her, and she is a fighter.
Yes, you have to remember if she gets within 30 feet, the sword will start to hum, right?
Okay, so she gets within 30 feet and has to buck ass.
Might scare the dragon away.
She's definitely going to do something right now, for sure.
Oh yeah, for
She
sure.
can't let this sit.
There's no way that she leaves you hanging.
Yeah.
Let's just
Or she whispers into your ear to tell them there's more discs than just that. Because they think there's more. If they think there's more discs, then they won't kill you. Tell them you're not
Or
the
you
only
tell
one.
somebody else.
She'll have to get within 30 feet to do that, so...
Okay, hold on a second. So Grenlead's in the room.
You hold on a second.
You hold on a second. Grinnick's in the room. What's Grinnick at for hit points then? 5 right now?
Correct.
Okay. Just give me one moment.
Yeah, I guess she could just wait right up until he takes a nice deep breath. And then friggin' run him through.
Yeah, especially if she can get him in the neck.
Yeah. Again, as long as dragons don't have... Never mind.
Super heartburn.
Yeah.
Super heartburn?
Is that a thing in this edition? Because I don't know.
No, shh, quiet, quiet.
I do have
no
a
helping
question.
the DM.
Yes.
Between the time that Worm was taken to whatever this weird beginner
Yes.
cult area is, and him being rezzed in the throne room, how much time has elapsed? Or was it pretty instantaneous?
It's sort
Like all
of
happening at the
all
same
kind
time?
of happening at the same time. Why?
I have a plan.
Of course you do.
No. You speak
That's
with such
never
I got
confidence.
nothing.
Okay.
I have a plan.
I
Have
can't
I
wait to
healed?
hear
Can
it.
I attack yet?
I'm
We
still
did. We healed
unconscious.
and we
You can
leveled.
wait.
I'm gonna put the spectator eye in the throne room. And can you all see in the throne room now?
Yeah.
Can you still see in the
Yep.
throne room?
Hey,
Check your maps and make sure you can or can't. So
Yeah, I can
over
see.
the throne
Yeah.
room. Yeah.
Okay. As long as you can see in the throne room, that's fine. So
Things are gonna die, but
yeah. There you go. So what's the
Would the sword not be rattling with the draconians there already?
it
or
doesn't
is it
rattle.
just
It doesn't
dragons?
rattle for draconians. It only rattles for true dragons.
All right.
again, she can just run up and friggin' smack.
And I
her.
think it has to be within 30 feet, doesn't it?
I don't know. You
Although-
told me not to worry about all those details,
Yeah, I know I did. Let me check.
so I took it to heart and I ignored all of it.
Yeah, buzzes when within 30 feet. It even wakes up sleepy dragons. So
she's
she's
just out of
literally,
range.
yeah, she's literally out of range right now from Ember. So, so what's the plan there? Let me listen to the worm's plan, because if it's possible, I will let you execute said plan.
We're gonna die.
Forget the plan. We have no plan.
My
Devise.
plan
Keep the
is
plan.
to
That is a plan.
talk to Flamestrike.
Okay.
This is when we die.
And I'm just gonna kind of slip out of the baby cultist room.
Okay, so let's come back up here, and you should be able to see your character.
Oh shit. Hello. Look at all those baby cultists. Wow. Okay, so I'm just gonna like slip out,
Yes.
go talk to her.
Okay. So you step into the other room. I'm going to move you across.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you wake her up?
I don't stand directly in front of her snoot.
Okay.
I do not do that.
Mhm.
I just move to the side and start to whisper, "Hey,
So
wake up!"
So you, it doesn't take much actually. You're kind of surprised.
Oh,
And her eye opens, and you've got the milky white eye, and you notice she has to turn her head, so she
sorry.
she
And I
cannot
scuttle around.
she cannot see on that side. Okay.
Okay.
So
I just scuttle
you realize
around
that
so
Flamestrike
she doesn't
has a
have-
massive blind spot, and she turns her other eye over to you, and she's like, "Oh, worm,
Yeah. Hi.
trouble sleeping, dear?
A little.
There's
been thinking
no
about-
need to worry."
Oh, I'm not worried about me.
No, but you are worried. I can smell it.
I mean, it's been a really long couple days. I'm sorry.
Oh, my poor little one.
But I'm not worried about me or the other babies.
Good, good.
I'm worried about the ones that Verminard has in the throne room.
They're no concern of mine, dear.
But they're yours. They're supposed to be yours.
What's that?
You're supposed to protect the babies, right?
And her eye, narrows, and suddenly there's, a real, almost red glow in it. What do you mean, protect the babies?
But when we were in the throne room earlier, my friends and I, there were a bunch of, little kids. They had them lined up near the balcony.
My kids?
I would assume so. You're supposed to protect all the kids, right?
Her massive forward shoulders sort of pop and groan as she starts to lift herself off the floor of the chamber. And she says, "No, Bridget takes account. All my babies are here." And she begins to sniff the air.
But maybe they didn't bring them to you like they were supposed to. I just thought you were supposed to protect the children. And I thought maybe... I overheard them saying Ember was gonna kill them. Eat them, dinner.
He wouldn't dare.
It's just what I heard.
She brings you right into focus, and her eye sort of closes down on you as she looks at you, and then she says, You need to bring Bridget here right now."
Okay. I'll go get her, and I go get Bridget.
Okay, and the kids are all kind of getting ready to go to sleep. It's late, and Bridget's like,
Bridget! Bridget,
Did you go and buy the
Bridget.
flame strike?
it was important.
What
It
is
was important.
What is it?
There's a bunch of children in the throne room. And I thought Flame Strike was supposed to protect them, right? That's why she's here?
She looks at you. She's like, yes?
Well, how is she going to protect them if Ember eats them?
Well, where did the other kids come from?
I don't know. I just got here like 12 hours ago.
So she she sort of steps into the doorway, and Flame Strike says, Bridget, dear, did you take a head count tonight before bed? She's like, of course, Flame Strike. Yeah, we're all here. Worm seems to think there are more. Are the goblins hiding them from me? I wouldn't know that, Flame Strike. And she looks at you like, oh, you've stirred a pot here, lady.
I'm just being honest. I don't want children to be dragon dinner.
With that, the Flame Strike moves a little bit away from you and roars up at the ceiling. And her roar echoes. At that point, Grinnick, you hear another dragon somewhere in the fortress. And Ember stops, and Verminard says, oh, the old crone. What's she bellowing about now? Ember then moves right across the room in front of you, Grinnick. And it's like it takes a moment for Ember to pass. He's so big. His head goes by, his shoulder goes by, his rear flank goes by, and then his tail drags on around the back of the statue. And he comes, sticks his head out by the balcony here, and lets a roar go up. Bouncing back and forth here. Worm! Another dragon answers the roar of Flame Strike.
Was that... I don't know what that means.
Of course you wouldn't. It's okay, child. Not to be frightened, it's just Ember.
Oh, yeah, he's nothing scary at all. I know you'll protect us.
That's right, dear.
I told you, I've been kind of like napping on it, and you know, you're right.
She then begins to vocalize again. Not like a roar, like she's making very distinct noise patterns, and those of you over in the throne room hear the same thing. Grenaleed and Grinnick both notice that Verminard and Ember are a little distracted right now.
Run! Run, you fools! Grenlead
How far
could
can
take... Yeah, she could take one of the guards out before he even knew she was there.
Yeah, so a regular movement is a 9 for dwarves. 9 squares. The doors are closed at the back of the hall.
So it gets me to 8 to the doors. Are they doors I could smash through?
You could probably open them.
Because I don't know my sister. There's 2 guards there, though, right?
There are 2
Which
guards
draconians are they that are there? The exploding ones, the acid ones?
there. The acid ones.
I gotta figure out how to deal with that.
The K-Pack draconians.
So they're
As I
Kevin
start to
Spacey?
do, my sister, like, let me know she's there.
Are you gonna start?
Hasn't yet.
Are you gonna start backing up towards the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna start backing up and kind of making sure that they're really not focused on me, and then I'm gonna take off if I can.
Okay, so Verminard, I'm gonna say, doesn't notice at first, But the K-Packs do. They start to move up.
And then Grenlead kills things.
Do you want to do that? Let's
Any
do that.
objections?
If you would like to do that, that's fine. Yeah.
Of
So,
course, we play our friggin' trump card at that point, but
If
are
she
we
attacks that dragon, she'll be dead.
Are we sure about? Let's all make sure that this is what we want to do.
No.
No.
No. I vote no,
Alright.
she doesn't.
anybody else got a plan? I'm gonna be dead.
I'm working on it.
I'm working
You just
on it.
gotta
Yeah.
give me a fucking minute.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Go with your plan. I like your plan. You're working. Get the 2 dragons to fight. Keep it up.
I'm working on it.
Let's
I
just
would
say
say
I'm
that
positioning myself.
I would say that she would probably try to warn him though that she's there. Like,
Yeah, do they have like a family whistle or something, or like a bird call?
Caw, caw, caw. Farley, 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 Farley.
Metagaming
Okay.
pigeon.
Yeah, that's the metagaming pigeon.
Well, listen. Verminard, obviously angry with hearing the dragons going back and forth, tells Flamestrike to put the dwarf in the pit. We'll go and settle this with the old woman ourselves.
Tells Ember to put him in the pit,
Yeah.
not Flamestrike.
Sorry. Ember turns back and goes to grab Grinnick with one of his massive claws. Do you want her to move back
Yes.
Yeah.
to keep the distance?
Yes.
Okay. Grinnick, you are taken and you're put in the pit out here. Not unceremoniously dropped, but there is a deep 50-foot pit here, and Verminard and Ember fly up and out the top of the tower.
Is the rope still there?
Sure.
Well, she should be able to take these two butt heads out now, and then save her brother.
What are they saying, Flamestrike? Or what? I'm assuming you're talking. Are you talking? Is that how dragons talk?
She looks back, she says, I think you and Bridget should go back into the room, darling.
Okay, just remember they didn't tell you about the kids already. That's all.
Okay.
Be careful. Be careful. And I kind of like give her leg a hug like Bridget did.
Okay.
And then I go back
And
with Bridget.
as you do that, she like leans into you. Not enough, like she's very gentle, but she like acknowledges your affection very warmly.
I give her snoot a little pat. Just be careful. And I scurry along and I grab Bridget's hand and drag her and say, shut up, 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 shut up.
Okay. All right.
Say fucking nothing.
So the two K-Packs are here. Are we having Grenlead get her brother out of the pit? Or jump the K-Packs, or
Get help, get help.
Get help.
Can she get him out
Get
of the
help.
pit without drawing attention, or just go get help?
probably not. Do you want her to just go get help?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Grinnick would pop a heal potion and just sit there and wait.
Okay.
Pop a heal on himself and then just wait.
Okay. So you're doing that. You're popping your heal potion. So go ahead and roll a D8 to see how many hit
I
points
did.
back you get. Okay. Oh, a lovely 2. Look at that. Wasn't that nice and cooperative?
Yes.
Do you want Grenlead to head down to where Kira was taken? Grenlead
Yeah.
followed everybody here, so she kind of knows where everybody is on this side.
Yeah, I think that's a good spot to go to.
Okay. So, at which point, I think we're going to take a break.
Oh,
And
sounds perfect.
we will come back.
Dave, you're muted.
we'll come back and see what sort of craziness occurs.
It'll be fine. It's all good. As
the
long
worst
as
that can
Steve's not in.
happen.
Good. Good. Okay, we're back. Well, then I'm not going to put the poll up because I know what it's going to end up.
Are we allowed to bet on our own deaths? Like, can we participate in the death pool?
Yeah, you.
Eaten by
suppose so.
dragon.
Hey,
one of the
Duality.
options
We're
is
just
to
talking about who's going to die first. Okay. Well, listen.
Myself into the mouth of a dragon.
Let's get in on this. So, you hear a distant door bang open, and are you by the door, Worm?
Yeah, I'm just like pressed up against it with my ear against it, like doing this to Bridget, like shut up, shut up, shut up,
Okay.
shut up. Get the kids together.
So,
Get them together.
Ember comes in with Verminard on his back. He has a dragon saddle type thing. And Flame Strike is like, Lord Verminard, and you see her lower her head a bit. Flame Strike, something's bothering you, I understand. Yes, yes. I've been told that you are holding other children somewhere in Pax Tharkus. Verminard says that no, I told you that I would bring them here to you, and you would continue to keep watch over them so that our plan would continue to run smoothly. I don't need to be summoned here at this hour. And she looks over at the doorway.
It's closed.
It's closed?
Oh yeah, I'm just listening through it.
Well, then you feel her single eye staring through the door. And she looks back. He says, do not forget where your loyalties lie, old worm. You are a child of Takesis. And although you are to guard the children, you still pay loyalty to her. His voice gets very low. She says, of course, High Lord.
I shove the door open, point an accusing finger at Ember and say, "You're a liar! I saw those kids! Where are they now, huh?"
Oh, shit. Okay.
Probably my daughter. Liar!
Liar! Liar!
Granted,
was
start
5.
making kid noises from up at the pit.
Well, before I decide what goes on there, so Grenlead is moving to get to Kira and everyone, and you got all your stupid from Benedict. Yeah, that stupid overflows
You're welcome.
and sticks. Granick, what are you doing? You are in the bottom of a very deep pit. Now, there is a rope leading up to the balcony that has not been removed at this time.
Yeah, Grinick would definitely try to get out, but he knows those two guards are up there, so he's got to think of a different way out.
Okay. So he starts to climb the rope and makes his way up to the balcony. Taking a quick peek around the corner, you can see that both of the guards are still standing where they were. You don't have any weapons. You do have your armor on, but your weapons and gear have been taken, but you do have your holy symbol.
I don't know what that means, if it does anything.
Not really, but you can still cast your spells as long as you have your holy symbol.
Oh, okay. Is there any way to get behind the throne without them seeing me?
You don't think so, no. No. Do we want Grenlead to come back and try to take them out?
I think Grenlead, if she makes her mind up to go help them, she's going to stick to it.
Okay.
Not waste time.
Okay. So do you are you gonna stay?
I think I'm gonna wait here. I think I'm gonna wait here, kind of hidden, and hope that they either leave or something happens.
Okay.
And try to figure out a way to get around them. All
right. Down in the cellar, there is there's a knock on the door outside, and then you hear a bar being lifted. The door opens. There's no one there. But you can hear familiar footsteps. Grenlead pulls her hood back.
Oh, I'm glad to see you.
She says, there's something going on upstairs. I think there's a second dragon.
Yes, there is. That's where the children are.
Verminard was interrogating my brother and had to break off the interrogation to go and see what was going on with the other dragon.
Would I know that's where they took Worm?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Well, you do know that there's a dragon that looks after the children. So maybe that's your assumption, that Worm's there.
Okay. What did you see on your way here?
She says, there's a number of other rooms on this corridor that have, I think more captives in them.
Yes, we need to let them out.
There's a guard room, though, right across the hallway, and I can hear draconians inside.
Did you get a look at the door at all?
Well, she motions for you to come look. So, let me put you on the map here. So we have Kira right here, and we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop the door
Spectator?
here. Yes, I'll bring the spectator eye in so you guys get a view as
Thanks.
well.
Because this audio only movie is a little.
Yep, I hear you. I hear you. I apologize. I'm gonna drop a couple.
Steve would like pictures in his dream.
So Grenlead's here in the hallway, and then we need who else do we need? We need Lorana. Why is Lorana's thing not working? Oh well, okay. And then we have Tika.
Okay, I know that she's there. So.
Yeah. And oh, I know why, because I'm not putting her on the right layer. Token layer. Token layer. Oh, their hit points reset though. That's not good.
Well, Tico was at 2, and Lorana was at like 5.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, they avoided all damage, right?
Oh yeah.
And they healed and leveled.
Tika hid behind her frying pan.
Are you at full hit points though? You shouldn't be at full hit points either, should you?
No.
So what were you at?
4.
Okay, there we go. So this room's full, and can you guys see with the spectator eye, or are they not working?
I can't see a thing.
Oh, see? I think I put them on the wrong layer too.
Oh, now I can.
Okay, so this room is filled with women. There's a door across the hall here that Grenlead says she can hear guards inside of, and then she came from this way. I'm gonna move you in the hallway here, Kira. She came from this way, and there's rooms filled with like 2 more rooms just like yours.
Okay, so
Hello, ladies.
I grab. I'm sorry. What was the lady with the M name?
Marita.
Marita. Okay, so I would grab her, like, and kind of pull her out into the hallway with me, and just very quietly, we need to let the others out, and then we're gonna either figure out a way to lock them in, or we're gonna get their weapons from them. But it's go time, and she like
It's go
kind
time.
of points at the ceiling where the loud dragon noises are coming from. I'm pretty sure that's my idiot friends, so we're gonna go.
Okay. So if you're quiet about it, between room 40 and 41, so there are a total of, in your chamber there was 34 women, most of them elderly. In the next room over, though, there are 18 to 40-year-olds, and there are 60 of them in total. And then there's finally, in the last room, there is 45 young women from the ages of 12 to 20.
So he doesn't have all the kids. Fuck
Exactly.
you. Fuck you, Amber.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I'll tell Marita, get in by the others, tell them what's going on. We're gonna look around for something that'll block the door, and if we can't find anything that'll block the door, we're gonna have to go in.
Yeah, she tells you that, unfortunately, in order to get back to the stairs, you need to go through the guard room.
Yeah, so yeah. And she just kind of was like, your children are the goal here, okay?
Okay. So Tika's
And-
like, this is just be like an old bar brawl. We can just run in there and take them. We've got numbers.
Yeah, but we got to get everybody together first. Everybody on the same page. And then, so, like, when Marita starts going to do that, she goes to Lorana and just kind of takes Lorana's face in her hands and just like, my love, I know you're upset. I know this is horrible and it's awful and nothing is going to bring him back. But right now, you can't help him, but you can help these people and you can help me. So get yourself together for a little while. You can fall apart later.
It's go time.
And I give her a kiss and
Okay.
just tell her, I love you. We'll get through this.
All right. Lorana still seems a little shocked, but you think she's on board.
Could Grenly get into that room and distract them for half a second first?
Yeah.
Because she's
that's fine.
She's invisible. She could just open the door and walk in, and they'd be fucking baffled.
Yeah, that's fine. But like, I just want everybody that's in those other rooms like kind of all on the same page before we move. So
Get them all.
yeah, everybody. We got no choice now. It's go time.
Okay. So I mean, if the entire, if you organize the almost 150 women down here, if they rush 8 draconians, they can't kill them because then they'll turn to acid and you could have some serious casualties. But
but we could figure out a way to restrain them or something.
they could be overpowered and restrained. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to roll for that. Okay, Artemis.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say,
Yeah.
if that's the plan, then that's what we do. Yeah. We take care of that. So let's do that. We're going to move you guys just in here so that you can see. and we're going to say that these draconians are sort of overpowered, and they're what weapons they have are taken from them, and they're
And then like once we get that taken care of, like she will go to the women that are sort of waiting and like first
well,
the children.
I assume
and the
like
men.
some of these women help you like en masse. You guys rush that room. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So like, and then she will just be like, all of us together, children first, then the men.
Okay. So you begin to lead them upstairs?
Yep.
Okay.
We get their weapons and like the most capable looking of us.
All right.
Give them the weapons. Like if Krynn can give me like her sword so she can keep the dragon one, or whichever one is one of us would be better with that sword.
That's fine. She gives you she'll give you Kith Cannon's sword.
Close enough. All right. And then like I don't know.
She has her own sword. Okay. And you guys
Lorana is supposed to be the descendant of Kith Cannon? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
But she's not as good a fighter as you are if we're just
No, that's fine. Like, for some reason I thought that I was, but never mind. It's fine.
What levels you're a 6th level ranger?
Yep.
I think Lorena is like a 3rd level fighter. So it's going to be way more effective in your hands.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, meanwhile, let's go back to Worm and the Dragons. You yell liar.
Yep.
Liar! Liar!
Just come out like
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife.
From behind the curtain.
Yes.
Liar!
Yes. And
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife.
At which point, Verminard looks to looks over at Worm, looks to the old dragon, and he says, "She's one of them. She's taking you for a fool, Flame Strike."
I'm just a little boy. Little girl. I'm just a
It's
boy. Been a minute.
I'm a real boy.
Stop lying. Children don't tell lies.
Bridget says to you, "Are you being truthful? Are there other kids here?"
Yes.
As the two dragons sort of look at each other and growl back and forth, as they...
You really think that they would have given her all of the children? Logically. Be logical for a moment.
Can you do me a favor and roll a 20-sider and see if you can get under your charisma?
Oh, God. I did! My charisma's a 13!
Only roll that's worked in our favor all night.
Somewhere Benedict just goes, "That's my girl."
So at which point, Bridget says, "Flamestrike, I think Worm is right. I think there's more." And at that point, Flamestrike, hearing both you and Bridget vouch that there's children elsewhere, turns and begins to sort of aggressively approach Ember and Verminard. And Verminard sort of like tries to shout her out of it. He's like, "Don't listen. Don't listen." But you can also notice, like, even though Verminard's saying that, Ember backs up out of the room.
Yep.
Because
where is the, like, person door from here? Or are they in it?
They're in it.
They're in it? Okay.
But they disappear down here, and then you hear the like a roar and fire comes burning down this tunnel. The map is incorrect here. There's supposed to be an opening here where I'm pinging.
Oh,
So
I'm still
you
on the ladies' prison area.
Oh shoot, I haven't brought you up. Okay, let me bring you up.
That's all. That's yeah.
That's where we all are.
My
Yeah.
apologies. My apologies. Okay, so let's
Now
do.
that's the throne room.
We're back up here. No, I'm gonna bring your thing up here. Okay, so this here, this wall is not actually there.
Oh, that's the door?
That's the exit from the room, and
Okay.
Flame Strike backs Ember down it, and then a breath weapon ignites the corridor, and you can hear biting and clawing.
Okay. Plan A has gone ahead. Plan B, get the kids together, and I don't know what we do from here. This was a knee-jerk reaction.
Okay.
She's protecting us, though.
So
Good on you, Peter.
The women and Kira and Lorana and Tika come up the stairs and make their way back towards the throne room.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
When they do, they are met in the hallway outside the throne room by close to 24 hobgoblins.
Kill them all.
Okay.
Ride the lightning.
At
this point, yep.
At which
this
point,
point we go.
a grand melee breaks out in front of the throne room. Grinnick, you're kind of wondering like what to do next. The guards are there. You can't make it to the throne. When
I have a question.
they throw. Okay, what?
I have a really stupid question.
Okay, ask your stupid question.
Worm's wand.
Yes.
Can Kira figure out how to use it?
No, cannot.
Okay, it doesn't work that way in this one. Okay.
No. Thieves have a special ability to be able to use magic items that don't belong to them.
Okay.
Rangers do not, though. So
Tika can.
Tika could try. Yes.
Tika to try.
Thanks for the bits, Chris. That's great. Just give me one moment here. I should have maybe anticipated this, but I did not. So just let me.
How could you possibly have anticipated?
With this group, I'm surprised. I'm shocked, sir.
Okay,
I'm impressed that you are doing it this well. This is crazy, dude.
We
are elemental chaos with a side of stupid.
Again, it's all Copper's fault.
We were left unsupervised.
Supervised again.
Hey,
I'll message her and tell her
Kira's
that.
supposed to be like the group mom, and she's going along with this crazy shit. So.
Okay, I have not moved all of.
She spent too much time with me.
I have not moved all of the markers up for this.
Benedict has become a verb.
Oh, are you Benedicting right now? Is that what's occurring?
Yeah, that's kind of what's happening right now. I
Yeah.
think we're all pulling a page from Benedict's book.
It's Sunny Side
Steve can't be the only one with his own
Benedict
verb.
on top.
Yeah, Stephen Benedict.
You guys have officially become verbs.
Yeah.
So
They should
we'll
name a
just call
breakfast
it
after us.
It's
call
Steve
it the
Benedict.
Beefy boy maneuver.
Yeah,
The
sure.
beefy
The
boy
beefy
maneuvers.
boy.
Okay. Let me put an eyeball in this corridor so you can see this bloody chaos.
Oh, good lord.
Do you have all 150
No, I
women's
don't.
tokens?
No, yeah, I do, but they're not all here.
They're still coming up the stairs.
So they're still
While
coming up the
this
stairs.
crazy shit is happening, can we like boot the door through the throne room open?
Oh, it's open because the Draconians are coming out to find out what all the fuss is, and that's what Grinnick sees, is that the Draconians go in the hallway. Grinnick, you can probably see that there's a whole bunch of hobgoblins up in the hallway, and you hear a bunch of fucking pissed off moms, which if you've ever been to a public school, not pretty. Not pretty.
The hobgoblins don't stand a chance.
Kira, are you leading the charge?
In that room. Oh yeah, for sure. Kira is yelling in that room. Granite, get your ass out here now.
Okay. Well,
last I have no weapons.
I'll get you one.
I don't have 5 hit points.
Yeah, Granite, you can see the party's belongings all over by the throne room as well. by the throne itself.
Oh, gotta go
That's
get the
step 2.
hammer.
So a grand melee begins here in the hallway between Hobgoblin and pissed off Mom.
No, this is the Donnybrook, buddy. We gone full past that.
Hobgoblins are getting
We're talking shirts
shirted,
off, Donnybrook.
just feeding.
The gloves are off.
For those who can't speak fluid Canadian, a Donnybrook is a big old fight, usually on hockey ice. Okay, so
Except it's all like PTA moms.
yeah, it's
The
PTA,
crowd
exactly.
has joined the
I love
players.
the idea of trying to jersey
How do you
a
jersey a
draconian.
hobgoblin?
I don't know, but you do.
You
do.
skin them.
The fight between Ember and Flamestrike moves, and I'm gonna bring you and Bridget along here just so you can see Worm.
Okay.
So as you come up to this tunnel, you can see that there's a set of doors out into the back of the staging grounds behind Pax Tharkus. And the two dragons are fighting back and forth. Verminard swinging his mace from atop Ember as well. But Ember is beat up from his encounter with
Yep.
Kith Cannon's sword. And
With Steve.
and even though Flamestrike is sort of old and creaky,
No, I'm
She
magic
is-
missiling Voldemort.
oh, are you?
Oh yeah,
You're gonna give Verminard the magic missiles? Okay,
I am.
let's do that right now then.
Sorry, it's the prepared
the
one. So give me
beam.
a second.
Like, be Benedict, but don't be dumb about it, please.
You can't be Benedict and not be dumb about it. They go hand in hand.
For those of you that are up, well, with the exception of Steve, who is unconscious, Benedict and Rook, you can tell something is occurring at Pax Tharkus as two dragons move out of the rear gates and begin to battle in the staging grounds behind the fortress.
Hold
I
on,
charge, and I hope everyone follows me.
I said, with the night, let's go. It's now or never, boys. And I grab my
I put my arms
pickaxe
up
and
and I
I
give
follow.
the signal.
And I just rush. Let's go. Gotta die of
The
something.
Kermit the Frog, is that
Let
the
the
signal?
chaos reign.
Let chaos
And
reign.
I start wailing on the gate with my pickaxe or
Okay.
whatever tool they gave me.
Okay. Did we get damage on those magic missiles there? Okay, 13.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do another one.
Okay,
On, like,
well, Well, hold on a second. So when you
Okay.
do that, he is obviously wounded,
Yep.
and Ember and Verminard take to the sky with Flamestrike on their heels.
Let's shoot a gun.
What is Kira saying? You're very animated, Artemis, but I
you're
can't
muted.
hear you.
You're muted.
Yeah, I muted on purpose because I'm yelling, so
Worm, do you rush to the door
Yep.
that they went out? Okay. Do I have that door opened on the map? I can't tell. No, I don't. Okay, so this is the door right here that they went out.
Okay. And that's the staging ground?
This is behind Pax Tharkus. That's correct.
Okay. And
So
how
when
do
you
I
get out
get
there,
to
what
the
is the
throne?
range on your magic missiles when you get outside the back door there?
For each level experience, the magic user the range extends to 1 beyond the 6 feet.
It'll probably be
7,
inches.
12 inches.
So 120 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So they are at the limits of your magic missiles as you fire them out. And you see the dark, shadowy figure swinging its mace at Flamestrike every time it comes within range of him and Ember. Slump in its saddle.
Fall. Fall. Fall.
And Ember then goes into full retreat. Full retreat.
So he doesn't fall off?
Passes over the walls of Pax Tharkus, headed north towards Qualinost. Flamestrike wheels, because she's slower than they are, and, dragon arthritis, and then she goes over the wall after them.
Get him,
You dropped the
Grandma!
discs, though, right? The discs, you see them fall from his grasp?
I'm waiting for the splat because it's 120 feet that this guy has to fall. So I'm
He's
waiting
probably
for him to
strapped in.
hit terminal velocity and hit the ground and splat everywhere.
Inside, Kira, you and the moms put the hobgoblins, like, put the boots to the goblins. Grinnick, you join the fight.
Yeah,
I assume-
I
Between her
grabbed
mom
a
and her babies.
bunch of the women's stuff
Okay,
and ran back down.
you gather up
to give it
everyone's
to
gear.
Yeah.
You come into the hallway. Your sister immediately, like, throws her arms around you, hugs you, and says, I think we need to get out of here.
All right, let's go.
So, the party retreats with the mums, finishing dogpiling and dirt kicking the hobgoblins. A few gully dwarves come out of the kitchen, see all these enraged barbarian moms, and they just go back into the kitchen.
Chewing in the ass.
After the arrow in the ass incident, they're not pushing their luck.
Kier sees one of them and is just like,
Get back in your hole.
Soon the party
Mind.
finds themselves in the staging ground behind Pax Tharkus.
Did
worm?
Verminard fall?
No, I don't.
So you quickly run to see if he fell.
Yeah.
And there on the ground, you see Nightbringer, his mace.
I pick it up.
The head is in the ground, the shaft sticking straight up with the leather strap broken that would have held it on his wrist. And the discs in the dirt beside it as well.
Grab it all. And I turn around and I got like discs and a mace that I'm not holding correctly because I don't know how to use one. And I see my friends. I'm like,
what? Okay, hold on. As Worm puts her hand on Nightbringer.
Okay.
What alignment is Worm?
Evil now.
I was chaotic good. You tell me if my actions up to now have changed that.
Okay, I need you to make a saving throw versus spell with a -2 penalty.
Oof. This is not going to go
as
well.
you touch Nightbringer. A weapon granted by Takesis to...
It's going to great. It's going to be fine. It's fine. 4.
So, as Worm touches Nightbringer, she is flooded with the vision of a great multi-headed dragon. Red, green, black, white, blue heads. And then everything goes dark. As she's blinded.
Oh.
Permanently.
Okay. Oh, good. It's fine. Everything's fine.
That's my girl.
That's.
So
that's
as Kira and Tika and Lorana and Grinnick and everyone rushes out the back of Pax Tharkus, you see everyone sort of... The women and children are running for the mines because they know their brothers and sons and fathers are all there. But you see one lone figure sort of out in the middle and maybe looking a little distraught, maybe wandering aimlessly. What would Worm do when she couldn't see?
Help.
Still
holding.
Can I tell that it's Worm?
Take a knee?
Still,
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell it's Worm.
Still holding the
right
disc.
to her.
Still holding the mace.
Okay.
Just standing there going, help.
Yep.
Help.
Yeah.
All right.
Kira like runs up and like before she gets there, she's like, Worm, oh my god, Worm, and then just
Don't touch it.
Grabs her.
Don't touch it.
She would grab Worm.
Yeah, you go to grab Worm and Worm sort of recoils and says, "Don't touch it, don't touch it."
Okay, then yeah.
And you can see this dark black spiked mace. Yeah.
You little idiot. And then just
Yep.
like give her a hug.
Yep. Yep, that's accurate. I can't see a shit. I can't see shit.
Like, nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Her eyes are maybe even a little milky, like.
Okay. What did you do? So we don't repeat it.
I touched the thing.
Then fucking put it down.
I don't think that matters.
Still.
It doesn't matter.
People reach the mines, and you guys have almost broken out when they reach there. They accost the gully dwarves in the smelter nearby to come over and unlock the gates, and soon families are being reunited just outside the mines.
Ooh, I think we're just about done, but yeah, I'll take one piece.
Grinnick, what would you like to do? You and Grenlead come out. You see these families sort of reuniting, and you see a group of people gathered around Worm, looking concerned.
I had a question about, does a cure blindness spell cure blindness of her
Yes, it does,
farm?
sir. Yes, it does.
Okay. Just needed to know that. I don't know that yet, that she's blind, but...
Like,
I think we would go...
You don't have
with-
that spell ready, or you don't know it yet?
No, I don't have it ready, but I didn't. I haven't talked to Worm yet, so I wouldn't know she's
Okay,
blind. I
yeah.
would just
Yeah.
jump with the gun.
Do
We
you
would
want-
go over there to make she was all right.
Yeah. So as you come over, you see Verminard's mace. That's legit. You can see that Worm has been blinded, and that Worm also has the discs. Though I think she said she picked them up.
Yep.
Yep.
Last, don't worry about your blindness. I can help you with that. I just have to learn the spell.
I
Are you
look
okay?
like 180 degrees in the wrong direction. Okay, great.
Okay, great.
Sweetie, put the damn thing down.
No,
Yes.
I'm already blind. Nobody else touch it.
Okay, that's fine, but put it down.
No.
Last, may I have the disc, please?
Yes. I give those freely.
I
I can't read them.
a couple of the people begin to filter down. Marita is introducing the girls, and Bridget is doing her best to tell the families about Worm's heroics, and everyone is kind of mulling about, and they've gathered in that staging ground.
I would tell Grennick about the old man as well, who is very sick.
When Kira mentions that there's, Elliston, you know of Elliston from your time as a Seeker, Grinnick. He is sort of head of the Seekers' order. And although some of the Seekers were always sort of full of shit and not particularly kind, Elliston was known for being a fair man in his time. Although he was following false gods being a Seeker. Okay.
I'll get to him when I can. But after arrest, I have to get to your brother.
Yeah.
He's first on my list.
Do you have any heals left, Grinnick?
I only have minors right now, so I don't have serious.
No, you have cure light wounds though.
Yeah, I have 4 left.
Oh, okay. So are we gonna bring Steve up?
Out.
Yeah.
We should probably leave. I'm just saying.
Oh, where's Benedict? So she kind of Kira looks around for Benedict, and
No,
still up
I
and
can't
he's
see him.
functioning?
No, I was planning on getting him just up so he could at least move and fight, and then you get Steve up.
Okay. So let's do that. Let's say that you use your cure light wounds to get Benedict up and moving with a couple hit points. At this point, it's not too important, but there you go, 6. We get Steve up. It'll probably take 2, I would bet. Yeah, roll again. There we go. There's 10 hit points to Steve. So Steve's conscious again.
Thanks, Grinnick.
Is anyone else
Zero...
super hurt? I can do one more.
I'm at 2
I don't remember
still,
still.
but
Oh,
Here.
I'll give him another one.
Oh, okay. Give Steve
This
another
is-
one. There we go. Another one
Yeah.
for good measure.
And then that's it.
Once the boys are kind of up and moving and they look, like they can function, Kira would be like, "Can we bring the chain down now?" Or something, anything to sort of,
Yeah, they've got control of the mechanism.
yeah.
Let's go find it.
Sure, I
What's
will be on
happened?
the
Why am I naked? Why is my armor? What's
I
going
take-
on?
I take Worm's hand and just like put it on my shoulder and go, "Ow," dump, and then
This is convenient.
So, who's going to do that? Everyone, all the people here feel like they need to get away before Flamestrike comes back. Because even though Flamestrike protects the children, she doesn't think the mothers should have them. She should have them. So there is some danger there if Flamestrike comes back.
As I
that's
said,
right. We can
let's
tell them to go
leave.
south.
Look, we got to get these people out of here. We've got to get these people out of here. No need to drop the cage door anymore. Everyone's gone. We've pretty much wrecked everyone that's in the castle. So let's just get these people and let's get going.
But it
Is
cuts it
anybody
off.
here from Pax Tharkus? Or are they all from Solus and other areas? Or is there anybody here that knows the fortress?
There are a few
Well-
people that probably were here at the fortress. Yes.
So tell us how to do the mechanism, and then you guys all F off, and we'll deal with it and get out of
They
here.
don't know how to drop the mechanism.
Well, then they're lying. Obviously, we killed them.
Okay, but the question is where are we sending them? Are we sending them back to Qualinost, or where are we sending them?
Stop it.
Are we
We're
sending them
spo-
further south?
I think that was the original plan, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Was to send them
further
south.
That
Further
you would
south.
take them south and perhaps find shelter
Kira is
for
not going
them
south.
in the dwarven halls. The mountain dwarves are to the south somewhere.
Yep.
But Grinnick
Kira
went
is
looking
not
for the
going
mountain
south.
dwarves and could not find them.
Well, then
But
we're
now he's
gonna
got the
have to
power
try.
of God.
So
And
somewhere
the two
to the
best
south are
strangers
the,
in the business.
somewhere to the south are the gates of
And Rook.
Thorbarden, which are the entrance gates to the mountain dwarves underground kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay, but that leaves Qualinost to deal with everything else.
But Qualinos already said that we had to take these people south with hopes that we would draw half the army to come find us. And also in hopes that we get the dwarves to help.
This is the plan from
Yeah.
Qualinost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
This
Laura-
is why this was our
Lora-
mission.
Lorana, for the first time since the death of her brother, agrees and says, we need to get these people to the south and away from the dragon armies, and we need to hope that the dragon armies will fall back in an attempt to try to find us.
Oh, Lorana's here. Hi, Lorana.
She puts her
Oh,
hand on
here's an
Worm.
ongoing
She
joke.
puts her hand on Worm's shoulder.
Hi.
If that's what we need to do, then
Yeah, let's
we need to
get
go.
going. Let's get going before they come
I
back.
need my armor. Where's
Yes,
my pretty sword?
You
I'm
get
in the loincloth.
you
What the
get
hell?
dressed. You get dressed.
Yeah, and I give Steve the sword.
You give Steve the sword of Kithcanon again.
Yep.
Can I have my
Hold-
stick back, please?
Covered in
Fish
booby
that
sweat.
out of my boobs.
Oh,
Why is it
the
all
magic
wet
wand?
and
Yeah.
sticky?
oh,
Well, it was better than putting it in your pocket.
Then I would know why
Oh.
it's wet and sticky.
oh,
Ugh,
keep it, keep it.
What happened?
that's
Oh.
definitely a magic missile.
What the hell?
So-
I don't know what's going on.
So listen, the autumn sun rises over the mountain ridge as you've been going all night, and close to 800 people huddle among a cheery grove of tall pines. Tired and hungry, they are nonetheless happy that they're for their nearly miraculous escape. The small side valley should provide shelter for the night from any draconians that have been sent out on the hunt. No doubt fresh problems will arise tomorrow, but for now, everyone feels safe. The biting chill of the wind brings warning that winter will soon be here. The wilderness yields little food, but many mouths need to be fed. The great silvery moon rises on the following night, and stars blink into sight. That ends our sort of chaos of DL2.
Oh my god, we made it.
Grinnick,
I killed a dragon lord
Grinnick,
single-handedly.
do you cure? I will assume you cast Cure Blindness.
Yes.
No.
The head of the Seekers, Elliston, is very curious about your healing powers. He is sick with some sort of cancer or lung disease. I think you have access to cure disease as well.
Let me see.
There's going to be a lot of pressure put on you on the next few days there, eating buddy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
We're all foobarred still.
So if you would like, you can show Elliston that you have the ability to heal.
I want to prove to him that the old gods are back, and
Yes.
not the crazy ones that he was following.
So
So I do that.
you do that. And over the next few days, as you move this massive group of people through the mountains from valley to valley looking for safety and hiding, Elliston becomes like he is entirely healed in the blink of an eye. And he sees you take the blindness away from Worm. You cure his sickness, and with your permission, of course, he asks to begin to study the platinum discs.
Am I the only one who can teach it to him?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take him in as my disciple.
Okay. So he begins to.
Because I know that
What Mishakal told you was basically anyone who you tutored with the discs would then have the opportunity to choose a god to follow. So in the coming days, Ellison does choose Paladine, and from the platinum discs, a holy symbol, just like yours was forged from the discs, a holy symbol of Paladine is granted to Elliston, and Elliston becomes the third cleric to return to Krynn. So we now have a cleric of good, we have a cleric of neutrality, and if he didn't die from his wounds, there is a cleric of evil out there somewhere. You also notice that during your teaching, the 800 or so people that are following you through the mountains, Elliston has a natural charisma and leadership ability. He wasn't following the proper gods before, but now you've set him on a path with Paladine. And the words of Mishakal sort of come back to you, that you were to find a man to lead the people. A person to lead the people. We should update that wording. A person to lead the people. But you can't help but think that maybe you've found a little bit of that in Elliston. And that's where we'll end DL2.
Wait.
Go.
So like after.
Oh,
the
you know what
first
we
day,
should do?
like,
Yes. Go. I think I know
after
where
the
this is
first
going.
day- yeah. So like when Worm gets her eyes fixed,
Mhm.
Kira takes like 30 seconds to be like, "Hey, that's great." Marches her to Benedict and makes her sit in front of him. You fucking two need to talk this out now. And then walks away.
Are we good?
We're good.
Great.
Give
And I
her,
leave.
give her a wink, pat on the shoulder. Off we go.
Are we good? We're good. And we just leave
I
it.
start to
We
leave.
leave it with those few words.
No. I start to leave, and then I'm like, I just turn around and give Benedict a big hug. Sorry I lied to you.
You did what you did for reasons you needed. I was here when you were ready.
I know. Still not quite ready, so
Doesn't matter what you're running from, who you're running to. You need protection? I got you. That's why I'm here.
I'll just squeeze him a little harder. Don't be stupid.
I'll just Benedict. I can't help it.
You and Steve are going to get all of us killed. And
Well,
maybe
everyone's got
Rob.
to die someday.
Yeah, I'd rather not die as a, dragon supper.
Well, I'll take steps.
And I kind of
That's why
lean back and like shake his shoulders. Did you see what I did? Did you
No,
see?
I was locked behind a door. I
Those
heard all about
dragons
it,
that
though.
were fighting. I did that. And then I killed a dragon lord. And then I went
That's my
blind.
girl.
And
And
then
I
I killed
saw-
the Dragon Lord.
Fuck, what's her name? Tiamat.
Jesus.
Takesha.
Jesus.
Yeah,
It's
that's
basically
probably not a good thing.
Well, at least now you recognize her in a crowd.
She kind of sticks out.
Figured.
Yeah. 5 heads, different colors. Not really blendy type.
Okay, I'm gonna
take them one head at a time.
I'm
Go
just
ahead.
I'm gonna put a little button on this before we have to because we're almost to 10. Oh, so over the next few days, you're making your way through mountain and passes and that. Lorana becomes a force to reckon with amongst the people. With the loss of her brother, she is razor focused, very Rook-like, in fact. Maybe so much that her and Rook sort of get along quite well, and she's constantly having Rook do sorties out into the woods to find the next valley that this massive people can move to hide in. And I mean, Elliston is tied up with training with Grinnick, and Lorana is just work focused and very much, whether she was invited to step up as one or not, has stepped up as sort of like a leader here in the camp as it moves ever south through the mountains. So when we return to the group, we'll see just how that's affected things. But she's very, very, very objective oriented now, and the death of her brother has obviously had a significant effect. That ends Dragons of Flame. There is a DL3, which
I'm in.
I think
I'm in.
probably is going to get run. We may take a week or two off just so I can get it prepped appropriately. But we'll be back soon. This will be put up on YouTube. Again, just a reminder, my voice is going here. A reminder, our sponsor, Canadian Dice, canadiandice.ca. If you'd like to go over there and pick yourself up some dice, they have other stuff too. Use the code OMRD for Old Men Rolling Dice and get a 10% discount off your entire purchase. As well, we're headed into October very shortly, and Affy and Artemis, their channel, the Voctaire, will be running spooky one-shots, Halloween one-shots all month long. Not just D&D, if you like other systems too. There's a lot of other games taking place.
Yeah, we got some Call of Cthulhu. You're running
I'm
some
running some
World of
Hunter.
Darkness. Yeah.
I think it's going to be good. It's going to be a good month. There's D&D one-shots, though, too. So, but the theme is Halloween. The theme is scary, and we are raising money over on the Voctaire for Extra Life, which is a charity that I'm sure most are familiar with. But if not, check that out. There's Ryan for Canadian Dice. We'll be running Deadlands. Marshall Ryan, back for another spooky cowboy adventure. Let's we know how good I am at this, but let's try to raid somebody.
All right, let's see who's on. We got Nat 20 Nick, Praetor's Rejects, Master of Frem.
Do we know Nat 20 Nick? Who's Nat 20 Nick?
I follow them, so I'm assuming we've rated them at some point.
Okay, let's do that.
If anybody want to watch a guy build miniature terrain, Plush Viking does it on Friday nights, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes. Yes. And don't let me forget that at the end of the session when I do. So.
That's fine.
No.
It's just a hobby.
Go and
It's
check.
all right.
Go hang out. Go hang out with Steve himself. In quotations.
They're
Steve
Yeah,
so
himself.
cute.
Go
Making
watch
a
Steve
little
do
bakery
shit.
in with little bags
Sometimes I
and
even
stuff.
talk like that when I'm doing stuff. It's
They're
awesome.
so cute. And if you want a sneak preview of what's been done so far, check out our Discord because all the pictures are there.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
so cute.
We're gonna
They're so
hit.
cute.
We're gonna hit Nat 20 Nick with a
Is that
raid.
okay?
Thanks everybody.
Bye.
See ya.